There's not much on here at all for Mark. I think he's looking at this red half ball through a gap and onto the baulk cushion. He's got to judge the pace of this well. Not bad, but can Ali Carter cut this red back into left middle this time? Coming round to have a look at it now.
Well, if he can, it's very thin, so there'll be quite a bit of pace on the cue ball.
One.
And as long as he avoided the bunch, he was going to have some sort of shot at a ball colour.
Yeah, these are tough shots for professionals, this yellow. You just can't quite reach it. Not only that, he's got to play with a bit of follow through. Makes the pot very, very difficult. No, that's brilliant. I tell you what, if he's not in a red here, he's absolutely robbed. Almost threw the rest back into the rails there in disgust. He's obviously on something. Don't think he can hold for a baulk colour here, so may risk playing into the, almost trying to get through the gap of pink and blue. Try and disturb everything down there. And tried to go
4.
up and down the table, but it was just a bit straight for that, so barring another good shot in the rest, it's going to be end of break, but he's not wasting time. He's going to take this on as well.
Sometimes the not so tall players are especially good with the rest, because right from junior days they have to use it more often. Jimmy White, a case in point. Wow.
Ali Carter 6. Did it go in?
Yeah, in the middle, yeah.
7.
The quickness of the red deceives the eye. Michaela Tabb didn't actually see the red fly in.
Oh, I'll tell you what a black that is. There was tons of pressure on it. And on these tables, such a difficult shot.
14.
Just seen that split again. Michaela, I think, was just put off there by the split on the bunch, wasn't she?
Well, it was very uncertain how Carter was going to finish on a colour, if at all, but playing with that sort of pace, he gave himself some sort of chance.
15.
And now he's right in. Not quite in round the pink and black, but I think he will be pretty soon.
Yeah, just getting a little spring in his step, isn't he, there? Bouncing round the table as he normally does, Ali, when he's playing well. And all the good stuff he's done in this last frame and a half has all been his own making. Having his confidence
21.
restored after that early setback we spoke about, the silly red off the pink spot. As I said in the last frame, he's got that out of his mind now, can get on with the job.
28. $29.
Golden chance for Carter to level the match at 2-all.
$36.
He's not really had a shot in a while, has he, Mark Allen? Not in the balls anyway.
37.
It's part of being a top professional, Clive, isn't it? Sometimes you've just got to sit and suffer.
Well, Alan's been suffering for 25 minutes.
44.
Didn't score in the last frame. And may not score in this one.
45.
That's half gone wrong. He was expecting a cannon there and he found the gap.
52.
And it's gone awkward and the frame's still alive. He's shown us a few minutes ago how good he is with the rest, is Ali. He's going to have to pick another good one out here. This is missable. And needs a colour off it as well, which isn't certain. Maybe that he can play it as a deep screw. Yeah, just off the side cushion. Oh, that's beautifully played. Has retrieved the situation.
53.
No reason to think now that he's not going to go on, make a frame winning contribution, and we'll be all square with 3 to play.
$60.
This is the 4th frame of the match, and this is the 4th half century. 58 and 54 by Allen in the first 2 frames. 77 by Carter in the last. Both players operating at 90% pot success rate.
61.
So it's certain to be 2-all.
68.
Well,
Carter 68 and the frame.
well, just as well that didn't matter. The break of 62 was sufficient to guarantee Carter the 4th frame and parity at 2-all.
Welcome back to Coventry for the Group 4 clash between Mark Allen and Ali Carter. Allen took the opening 2 frames before Carter hit back with the next 2. This is now the 5th. Carter with a break of 35, but Allen now at the table.
1.
It was a tough shot to break the potless drought.
Yeah, these are tough at the best of times, queuing across the cushion. Right in the heart of the pocket as well. As you say, Clive, the fact that it was the best part of 40 minutes since his last shot, that was very impressive. Now, has he just lost the cue ball here? I think he has. That's poor. Especially the fact that he's a left-hander. He had plenty of room there to play position. Yeah, he was perfect on the yellow. As I say, probably had a 2 or 3 foot area that he could play into where he'd be fine, but completely lost the cue ball. The way he's shaping up though, he's going to stay aggressive and take this on. Now what we know he's going to do is bring other reds into play, so this is a must get for me.
Possibly the
4.
pivotal shot in this frame. If Alan had missed that rest shot opening the bunch, then Carter would have come to the table 30 odd in front with a chance to clinch a 3-2 lead. As it is, Alan has a chance to make good his early arrears in this frame and himself get 3-2 in front.
9. $14. $15.
For the second time in a row, he's just dropped short of the blue. This time he can't, well, maybe he can force this round in and out of baulk again. He's a lot of cue power, does Mark Allen. But that's no good.
20.
Well, one of the very few positions from which he can't pot one. In fact, he can, but it's straight and the cue ball is tight under the rail, so all he can do is drop it in.
Yeah, I mean, he could risk playing it with pace and hope that he catches the knuckle and get position, but whether he'd play that, very doubtful.
Mark Allen, 20.
Is this cuttable? Wouldn't think so at first glance. Ali Carter coming round to have a look. It's close.
Alan was unlucky not to have something better than that left, though. It turned out that the cut was on.
1. Ali Carter, 1.
Well, not a gimme, but I expected him to get it. That wasn't easy either.
Yeah, now, has he left this red nearest the right corner? Ali Carter's down having a good look at it. Oh, it's tight, isn't it? Can't just quite get through it. Still has the alternative though. Can play this other one as a shot to nothing. Cue ball obviously up towards the green bag. Well, that's what I was thinking. Decided against it though. More of a containing safety in the end.
Quite an interesting choice of shot in a way.
Yeah, I thought so, Clive. Like I say, it was only really a containing safety. Anyway, the pivotal action in this frame is really just getting underway. Ali Carter, the 16-point lead, but that doesn't really count for too much the way the balls are.
Well, caught it too thin. Left a possibility to left middle, but not a certainty by any means.
Yeah, it's a toughie, isn't it, the red to left middle. He'd maybe take it on if it's the only red he can leave's the one he's playing. He has another alternative though. Bring this other red properly into play and hopefully in behind the yellow with a cue ball. If this comes off, be big favourite. Yeah, not quite. Now, does Mark Allen see anything he fancies here? Having had a go at the long red, he can count himself fortunate not to leave anything easier. I say easier because this one that he's looks like taking on is extremely difficult, especially bridging across the yellow as he is. Yeah, made it very tough. He's gotten away with it as well though. Just gone scrappy, Clive, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we're getting to the business end of the match. Both players thinking about the result to some extent rather than just playing, which is more the case in the early frames where you just play and see what happens. Picked out cross double with an element of safety in mind. So that double could well be the key to this frame.
8.
Yeah, and that black was no sitter either.
9.
So he's given himself a decent chance this time. If he can drop nicely on the last red here, he'll be playing the brown after the red. That looks just about perfect. Just coming round to see what angle he wants in the brown.
14.
Now just 2 behind. So he requires up to and including the blue, regardless of which colour he takes here.
Sure. Cheers, thank you. 15.
Looks as if Carter may fall behind again at 3-2. Great chance this is for Allen. Chance he earned with an enterprising cross double.
19. $21. 24. 28. 33. 39 and the frame.
So with that timely 39 to the pink, Mark Allen leads Ali Carter by 3 frames to 2. He's 1 up with 2 to play.
Welcome back to the Group 4 match between Carter and Allen in the Champion of Champions tournament. Allen had the early lead, only to be pegged back by Carter. In the 5th, Allen regained the advantage, and now in the 6th, there's little to choose between them, but it's Carter at the table.
And I'm right in line with this red up the cushion. If it's not stretching, which I don't think it is, you'd expect him to knock this in. He's got nothing to do with a cue ball.
1.
So, as I said a few seconds ago, that decent little bit of running that Mark Allen had on
6.
his previous safety shot has created this chance for him. But you've got to take advantage.
7. 12. 13. 19. 20.
Nudging another red into a possible position. Allen not far from developing this into a frame and match-winning chance.
$25. 26. 32.
Yeah, he's got them right where he wants them now, Mark Allen.
33.
Carter fearing that he may not get another chance, but Allen has not played that as well as he should have done. Intended to screw clear of that red.
39.
That was a horror story of a shot, wasn't it? That pink. How has he managed to finish there? Do any of these reds go to left middle? Such a bad shot for a player of Mark's class. Can he recover the situation here? Yep. So Ali Carter breathes again in this
Mark
match.
Allen, 39.
Well, Allen will be kicking himself, but he's got to forget about that.
One.
Oh, brilliant shot that from Ali Carter. Had that red not gone in, I feel sure it would have been end of match. He now has a chance, albeit a very difficult one, for the counter clearance. And what a dagger this would be were he to go on and make it. As I say though, far from easy.
9. Sixteen. Seventeen.
I'll tell you what, that was first class. That wasn't easy. It was almost arrow straight, that red. To control the white as well as he has done. It was top drawer. That's a poor one though. He should have been touching this side cushion here. Yeah, little Rygren, he's not happy with it, Clive, that shot, is he?
No, if he'd left the cue ball touching the side cushion, he'd have been playing this shot with a hand bridge. Much more difficult with the rest and extension. Played it well
23.
and appears to have an angle to cannon the two reds.
Yeah, similar to the yellow, the red into the yellow pocket a minute or so ago. That was beautifully controlled. Now is he going to play the disturb on the reds? No, he's decided to play in a loose one. Obviously he's going to cannon the other one and
29.
playing this. So he's not assured of position. And the pot's not a certainty.
Well, he's disappointed that the second red has intervened between the pink and the pocket.
Yeah, as I said, he was uncertain there. I don't want to put the mockers on this, but he potted a really good red at the start of this contribution like this, so I fancy him to knock this black in. Yeah, good shot. They're all there now, 11-point lead. Is it going to be 3-all?
37.
Allen had his chance in this frame. That was undone by a poor positional shot.
Sure.
Allen's going to have to compose himself to play a deciding 7th frame, unless something very remarkable happens.
$42.
Yeah, so barring accidents, going to have her second deciding frame match this afternoon.
45.
And every credit, Clive, to Ali Carter. This has been a fantastic contribution, isn't it?
Yes, not just in quality, but in nerve.
49. $54. Ali Carter, 54.
So with that 54 break, Ali Carter levels the match at 3-all. It's all going to be on the decider.
Welcome back to the Group 4 match between Ali Carter and Mark Allen. After 6 frames, there's nothing to separate these two. This is now the 7th and deciding frame. Allen at the table.
1.
Didn't fancy green with the rest.
Mark Allen, 1.
Preferred to close the game right up with the tight snooker behind the blue.
A bit of meditation going on in the crowd there. I'll tell you what, that is a brilliant shot from Ali Carter. Does this red go that's on the black spot? That's what Mark Allen's looking at. Yeah, tight, isn't it? I would suggest not. Possibly off the near jaw, but at this stage you wouldn't fancy him to knock that in. What do you think, Clive?
Well, I don't think Allen's in the mood to take any undue risks. It was such a good shot that Carter played, though, just rolling to the red. Any harder and he certainly would have left a red on much more invitingly.
Yeah, good safety from Mark, but there is just a gap here through the inside of the green. Just showing Michaela the outside of the blue there. Looks like he can get past the blue to the left as we see it, just to clip the outside red. That was a little bit unlucky, in all honesty, from Mark Allen to leave this gap. Not played quite as planned, but no damage done. Interesting, Clive, isn't it? In the last frame at 3 each. I think if it was 1 each, Mark Allen would play the red at the apex of the pack there and open the reds up. It's a natural to get the white in behind the green, but you just can't afford to push something over the corner, can he?
That's right.
Well, in the end, he did play the shot I suggested rather. Has he left anything? Yeah, he can't get through to the one nearest the left corner. I don't think he's looking at it again. I think he would have to bend it a touch, and he'd have to think if he took that on and missed it, he'd be leaving plenty. So I would imagine he's going to have to look for some kind of alternative here.
Well, this safety jewel has certainly spread the reds out, so whoever pots the first red is likely to have a chance to make a substantial, possibly even a decisive break. Well, that was terrific.
1.
The sort of shot that deserves to win a match.
Couldn't agree more. As we used to say in the club as young lads, when someone knocked something like that in, you'd hear someone from across the hall say, "Shot A." That's what that one is. A good old shot of the championship that most people remember.
Six. Seven.
Still a long way to go to the finishing line, but the balls are nicely spread. It's certainly within Carter's capabilities to win the match at this visit.
12.
Yeah, the thing is here, he'd like to play this with a bit of screw, playing for the black, then the pot becomes easier. But it's risky, that. It could go wrong. Like that. That was the trouble.
13.
He could have played it with a little bit of right hand side, back up for blue or baulk colour, or even indeed the black. But as I say, he wanted to make sure of the red, and playing it the way he did play it, the red was almost a certainty, but it's all gone wrong, and that's end the break. So just an 18-point lead.
Ali Carter, 13.
Well, I didn't expect that. Carter's got to work himself another chance.
Well, the way he's coming round, he can get through to the red, just above the black. So hold on to your hats, this is all about the pot. It'd be difficult not to leave something, should he miss this. No, every credit for knocking that in, and the little gap he's found is a bonus.
1.
Choice of green or brown, one good positional shot. Put him back in the driving seat.
5.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? I was worried for an instant there that he couldn't avoid the cannon on the red here, but it looks straight enough. So if he can pot this and land nice and straight on pink to right centre, they're going to be all there for him.
6.
Perfect.
$12.
30 in front in the deciding frame.
$13.
Yeah, that's just fine. I think he
19.
got quite a big bounce there off the side cushion, but it's not going to hurt him at all. Nothing to do with the cue ball here. Just has to nip this white. Leave himself just high in the pink. There you see it, ever so slight angle.
20.
Alan fearing that he's not going to get another chance. The Northern Irishman did have a chance to close out the match in the 6th frame, but lost
26.
position unexpectedly. Not that far from the winning post.
27.
Carter won that frame with a break of 54. And now he's in the driving seat in the decider.
There you see 51 ahead. Red pink.
33.
Course would be 58. Does that red pass the black to the right corner? The one just to the right of the black spot. Of course he can play in it into the other corner. Just depends how he sees this. Maybe that the top one of the two there will also go. So he has options.
34.
Yeah, so the key shot is coming up. The fact that he's coming round to have a look tells you, of course, that there's doubt in his mind. So all's not just lost yet for Mark Allen.
So it's this red to leave Alan needing 2 snookers.
Yeah, credit to Ali Carter.
41.
He's turned this round today. He was 2-0 down and fighting for his existence out there. It just shows you what a little competitor he is. Mark Allen will carry on for a few shots, but it does look like it's going to be Ali Carter going into the final this evening.
Yes, barring a couple of snookers, Carter's into the group final. Allen had his chance to win 4-2, but couldn't take it.
Yeah, be disappointed, Mark, if indeed he goes on to lose the match. As you say, Clive, it was a golden chance he had. Let it slip past. But Ali Carter has come back strong at him this afternoon, like the great champion that he is.
John, are you all right, sort of outwise? Well, the first requirement for Allen was to get a couple of blacks from 2 reds, but the match had gone by then. Fine performance by Carter. He's been through some tough times, but he's emerged the winner.